So hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. So guys, this is our weekly current affairs session and we are going to cover all the important news from 22nd of August till 31st of August. Alright, so let's start the session without wasting any time. So we'll be starting with the national news. So first news is GOM accepts center's GST proposal to recommend scraping of 12%, 20% slabs. Now, we know that earlier GST was having different slabs. 0% was there, 5% was there, 12% was there, 20% was there. Like, okay. Now, let's see the question. What question can be framed? Then we'll see the news in detail. So, the proposed GST rationalization reduces the tax structure to how many slabs? 3, 4, 2, or 5. So, let's see the news. So, the group of ministers on GST rates, they have asked the government basically to rationalize the slabbing of the GST tax rate. So earlier the existing one was 5%, 12%, 18% and 20%, right? 28%. Now these two will be scraped off. Okay. So the present would be simplified to two slab system only, the 5% and the 18%, right? And the group of ministers, they have also agreed to rationalize this thing, right? So what is the benefit? So this will basically make the tax system more transparent and less cumbersome. Why? Because earlier they were having multiple slabs, right? And around 99% of the items which were taxed earlier at 12%, they will be shifted to 5%, and 90% of the goods which were earlier in the 28% tax slab will be moved to 18%. So the represent would be 5% and 18% slab only. Okay. Now one important thing you have to understand is this panel, this group of ministers was headed by the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Samrat Chaudhary. Okay. Also, after this, they are going to create one more slab, a 40% GST tax rate slab for the luxury and sin goods. So, what are sin goods? Sin goods are basically tobacco, pan masala, cigarettes. These are known as sin goods. Okay, so they will be put under the 40% tax slab. Okay, so this is the news. Please remember this thing. Got it? Chalo. So, correct answer would be 2. Next is MOTA launches world largest tribal grassroots leadership program, Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan. Okay. Now MOTA is what? Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Which scheme they have launched or the program? The name is Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan. So the question is, the Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs is aimed at empowering how many tribal grassroots leaders? Okay. So let's see the news in detail. So first of all, which is the ministry involved? Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Okay. Now, as a part of Viksit Bharat, see, India has a target to become developed nation by the year 2047, and this is a sub part of the Viksit Bharat vision, right? Now, this particular program, the Adi Karma Yogi program, will be aiming to build 20 lakh tribal leaders. 20 lakh tribal leaders across the 1 lakh villages. Also, this scheme, the Adi Karma Yogi, it will be linked with DAGJGUA, the Pradhan Mantri Janvan and NSEM schemes. And all these schemes are basically related with tribal welfare and development. Okay. So please remember this thing. So the ultimate aim is what? To make a responsive governance and trained leaders. Okay. And these are the keywords which you have to remember: the ministry involved, the scheme, and the objective of the scheme. Got it? 3 keywords you have to remember for this entire news. Very good afternoon, Sushma. Okay. Again, see, you are going to read so many things. Around 10 or 15 lines are there. But how many keywords you have to remember? Only 3 keywords. The ministry name, the scheme name, and the objective of the scheme. That's it. From which the question can be framed. So 20 lakh is the correct answer. Next is Prime Minister Modi marks 6 years of Jal Jeevan Mission. Okay. Jal Jeevan Mission has been has completed basically 6 years. It was started in the year 2019. On 15th August 2019, President Prime Minister Modi launched the Jal Jeevan Mission. Okay. Now let's see, read some static fact also about Jal Jeevan Mission. First is the date. So 15th August 2019 was the start year. Which ministry is associated with this? Ministry of Jal Shakti. Now what is the objective? Safe and adequate drinking water, right? How? Through providing household taps, right? Now this scheme has been extended. So let's see the news in detail. So it was launched on 15th August 2019, right? And the target was to provide household tap connection to every rural household by the year 2024. But now, on completing 6 years, it has been extended till the year 2028, right? And this was also mentioned in the union budget. And let's see the achievement. Achievement is very important. So as of now, 81% of the rural household has been provided the tap water supply. Okay. Around 2.63 lakh villages across 191 districts have declared Har Ghar Jal, along with 9.5 lakh school and 10 lakh Anganwadi centers, right? Also, if we talk about the aspirational district, there are 112 aspirational districts in India. In that also 79.32% coverage is there. Okay. So please remember this thing about the Jal Jeevan Mission. Now guys, these are the schemes which you have to remember. These are the scheme in news. Alright. Otherwise, Jal Jeevan Mission in itself, see again it is an important scheme, but you are not going to read it. But yes, if it is mentioned in my current affairs, I have to read the static facts also. Okay. So please remember this thing. Right. Acha, one more thing you have to remember in the Jal Jeevan Mission is that the funding pattern. So 50-50 is the ratio between center and the state. For the Himalayan and the northeastern state, the central government is going to provide 90% of the funding, and those states are going to provide 10% of the funding. And for union territories, 100% of the funding is provided by the central government. Okay. So please remember this thing. Chalo. Guys, just give me 1 minute. Sir. I'm getting one emergency call. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience. All right. Chalo. Next news is, so correct answer is 2028. Up to 2028, this scheme has been extended. Next news is Ministry of Panchayati Raj launched AI powered tool Sabhas to accelerate Gram Sabha meeting summaries. So I don't know how many of you have actually used the Google Meet. See now in every meeting, especially on the online platform, there is a AI tool which summarizes the entire discussion of the meeting. Similarly, for offline meetings, Ministry of Panchayati Raj has launched the AI powered tool known as Sabhasar. It means summary of the meeting. right? So just remember the name of the tool. So the Ministry of Panchayati Raj launched AI powered tool Sabhas for what? What is the purpose? The purpose is automatic meeting summarization. Okay. So please remember which is the ministry involved. Ministry of Panchayati Raj. What they have done? They have created a AI powered tool. What is the name of the tool? The name of the tool is Sabhasar. Okay. And what is the purpose? Basically to provide minutes of the meeting or the summary of the meeting. Okay. Again, this will be integrated with Bhashini. You have to remember this keyword also. Bhashini is basically the National Language Translation Mission, right? It is a software which is going to provide different translation of the summaries or the statements. Okay. And the first implementation is going to be in Tripura's 1194 Gram Panchayat. So which state is going to implement it first? Tripura, right? So this is the all important detail about the particular news. So Sabhas are again integrated with Bhashini, and first state would be Tripura to implement it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 keywords for this entire news. Is it clear, guys? Are you understanding how we are proceeding with each news? Why I am focusing especially on the keywords? Are you following it? Otherwise, see, if I have given you this entire slide na, or the page, how many things you are going to recall or remember? But if I'm there, I'm going to guide you that out of this entire 10 or 20 lines, these 5 keywords, 6 keywords are important. And using this 5 keyword, you can solve the MCQ based on that. See, my purpose here is to not make you a PhD holder. Okay. My purpose here is to help you solve the questions in the exam or in the mock test. Got it? Chalo. So automatic meeting summarization. Next is UIDAI partners with Starlink for Aadhaar based customer verification. Now Starlink, it is the company of Elon Musk, right? So which company has partnered with UIDAI for Aadhaar based customer verification in India? Correct answer is Starlink. So let's see the news in detail. So UIDAI plus Starlink Aadhaar based verification. Aadhaar based verification. So this single formula is just required for this entire news. Okay. Rest all these things are just for your understanding. These other things, it is not going to help you solve MCQ. It is just for your understanding. But this only formula will help you solve the question. Okay. So what is important for my exam point of view and what is important from my general understanding, you should be very clear, right? So it is going to provide smooth, secure, regulatory compliant customer onboarding. Why? Because Starlink, it is basically an internet based platform, right? It is going to provide high speed internet, satellite based internet. No broadband, nothing. Direct satellite will provide the internet. Okay. Chalo. Next is EPFO hikes ex-gratia amount to 15 lakh under death relief fund from 1st April 2025. So EPFO, right? So EPFO recently released the ex-gratia benefit. After that is how much? 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 15 or 20. So let's see the news. So which organization? EPFO is involved. What they have done? Achha, EPFO comes under Ministry of Labor and Employment. They have basically increased or hiked the ex gratia benefit under the death relief fund from 8 lakhs to 15 lakhs, and it is going to be effective from 1st April 2025. And every year from 1st April 2026, it will rise by 5% annually. Why? Because to adjust for the inflation, right? So please remember this thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3 are the important keywords. Achha, those students who are watching live, okay. Whatever you have doubt, do let me know in the comment box so that I can answer it. Pawan, what you are asking? Sir, this is for mains. Yes, this is for mains exactly. Take any banking exam, insurance exam, all the GA part. Okay, it is going to get covered in your mains. So yes, for the upcoming IBPS, RRB, every exam, this current affairs is very important. Okay. Chal. Achha, one more good news. Our RRB has also released its notification. More than 11,000 seats are there. So those of you who want to apply can also start preparation. Next is NTPC become first PSU to adopt global standard for power supply continuity. So NTPC recently became the first PSU in the Indian power sector to adopt a business continuity plan aligned with which ISO standard. So let's see the news in detail. First of all, which we are talking about which company? NTPC. What it has done? It has become the first PSU to adopt a business continuity plan and which aligns with the ISO standard of 22301-2019. What is the benefit of this ISO standard? It means that it will ensure that there will be uninterrupted power generation and supply during disruption due to natural disasters, cyber attack. Even in this situation, they are going to provide uninterrupted power supply. How they are going to do that? Because they are ready, they are responsive, they have a good cyber security mechanism. All right. So this business continuity program will include periodic risk assessment, disaster recovery, all the training, everything would be provided under this. Okay. So please remember these three words, the name of the company, first PSU to have a business continuity plan as per the ISO 22301-2019. Three things you have to remember for this entire news. Next is Government of India launched Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana portal. Okay, please remember this thing. This is a 5-star news. Okay, you have to remember it. So basically, what is the objective? The objective is job creation and economic development. Okay, and under this, the first time employees will get incentivized. Also, the employers will get financial support. Right. So let's see. So the Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana will be implemented through which organization? Niti Aayog, EPFO, SIDBI or NABARD. So you can see here the EPFO is there. Okay, let's see the news in detail. So the web portal is here. You see, even in the PDF, you can click on that and you'll be redirected to the actual website. So what is the name of the scheme? Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Okay, so basically it was started in July 2025. So what you have to remember, first of all, name of the scheme, number 1 point. Second point, the outlay or the budget for this scheme is 99,446 crore. All right. What is the target? So this scheme is a central sector scheme. Target is what? To boost employment, employability and social security. Okay. So the target is 3.5 crore jobs in 2 years. Okay. So please remember this thing. So again, this scheme has two components. Part A, which will provide financial support to the first time employees, and part B will provide the support to the employers who are going to provide job. Okay. So 4 things you have to remember. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Got it? So correct answer is EPFO. Chal. Moving on, next to the international news. So India and EAEU signed TOR to begin free trade agreement negotiations. What is EAEU and TOR? Let's see in detail. So India recently signed a TOR for a free trade agreement with which economic bloc? Correct answer is EAEU. EAEU is Eurasian Economic Union. So India and EAEU have signed a TOR. TOR means terms of reference, basically related with a free trade agreement, right? You must have recently said that India and UK has also signed a trade pact, okay, which is known as CETA. So on the same line, the European Union is going to sign a term of reference for a future free trade agreement between India and Eurasia. Okay. So from India, we were represented by Mr. Ajay Bhadu, who is the Additional Secretary of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. You don't have to remember this thing. Now, what is the purpose or the objective of this agreement? Again, to boost India export, support MSME and diversify market access. Why India want to diversify? Can anyone tell me why India want to diversify its market? See, if you know that the biggest export partner of India, the biggest amount of export which we are doing right now is with United States of America. And recently, yes, very good, Ramchan. So since USA has put on a higher tariff, 50% tariff on India, now India has decided that okay, you are see again putting higher tariff now, it is also going to do what? First of all, definitely it is going to hamper the Indian exports. Secondly, USA is also taking a lot of items from India, so you can't just ignore Indian items. And if they are increasing tariffs, what Indian exporters will do? They will increase the price of their product, okay, or they will be forced to reduce it. So India decided, let's not do that. Let's find some other markets. Eurasia is a big market, and you will recently see that as soon as Mr. Trump has put a 50% tariff on India, Modi ji went to Japan. Modi ji went to China to participate in SCO, and recently the images are circulating. Modi ji becoming very friendly with Putin and Xi Jinping. They all are sitting together. See, this is what this is known as diplomacy. If you are doing wrong with me, if you are pressurizing me, I have other friends also. So India is showing its power, right? So again, if you force something today, today the time is not that you cannot pressurize anyone. It is a multipolar world. Okay, so please remember this thing. So EAU basically it was established in 2015. Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Armenia are the member. Please remember this thing. Eurasia. Okay, and it has a, you don't have to remember the combined GDP, just remember the name of the countries, the part who are the part of Eurasian Economic Union. Okay, chalo. Next is L&T Finance partner with Google Pay to offer personal loans. Now L&T, see, L&T is an infrastructure company, but L&T Finance is what? It is the company which is in the financial sector. Everyone wants to provide loan, because if you give loan, you will get interest, right? It is a very good job. Everyone is have their own finance company, or for example, Reliance has Geo Finance, L&T has L&T Finance, Shriram has Shriram Finance. Everyone want to provide loan so that they can earn interest. This is the simple way of earning money, but this is also very troublesome, because let's say if you give a loan to a customer and he does not return it, then what will you do? You have to follow up, you have to threaten him. It is again a difficult task. So L&T Finance recently collaborated with which digital payment platform to provide personal loans? Correct answer is Google Pay. So just remember the name of the company, L&T Finance plus Google Pay. They are going to do what? Provide digital lending. Okay. So personal loans and other products they are going to provide. So just remember these three words. That is more than enough. Next is SBI research reports projects India's GDP growth at 6.8 to 7% in first quarter of financial year 2026. They have projected, that this is going to be the growth rate. And recently, if you have seen that India is growing by 7.8% in this quarter. This is for the first time India has surpassed 7% in this particular year. So according to SBI research, India's real GDP growth in first quarter will be how much? Let's see the news. So then please remember the name of the research report and the growth. So it is 6.8 to 7%, right? RBI has forecasted how much? 6.5%. Got it? So please remember this thing. Now, what is the difference between real GDP versus nominal GDP? This is your homework. Please read about this. I have taken a session on this also over YouTube. You can also watch that video. I'm just going to give you a hint that this will include the effect of inflation. This does not include the effect. Okay. So please remember this thing. Recently, I believe you all have heard of the news that India has become the fourth largest economy. So, what GDP they have calculated? That was a real GDP based fourth rank or nominal GDP based fourth rank? Can anyone tell me in the comment box? India has recently surpassed Japan to become the fourth largest economy. So, we are talking about the real GDP or the nominal GDP. Those who are watching live, can anyone tell me? Yes, very good. Nominal GDP. Now, see, nominal GDP, if the inflation rate is more, na, nominal GDP means what? The goods and services which are produced in the country in that particular year. Let's say during that year, if inflation rate is very high, the nominal GDP will be swelled up. Okay. But it does not give the actual scenario. The actual scenario is given by the real GDP. Okay. That's why please don't get confused, or please uh, don't get in a wow moment that India has become the fourth largest economy. These are just the numbers, swelled up numbers. Okay, chal. Next is SBI report. UPI transactions surged in 2025. Maharashtra emerged as the number one state in UPI usage. So, as per SBI, which state has recorded the highest share in UPI transaction as per the volume? Volume means number of transactions, right? So let's see the news in detail, then we'll see. So the UPI transaction value has rose from 75,000 crore to 80,000 crore. In January 2025, it was 75,000 crore. In July 2025, it was 80,000 crore. And in August, it was 90,000 crore. Okay. And the daily transaction is 127 million, right? It has increased by 127 million. And right now, if I talk about the absolute number, it is around 675 million number of transactions in the month of August. Okay, so if I talk about volume wise, which is the state leader? Maharashtra. In terms of value, also Maharashtra. Okay, so Maharashtra, Karnataka, UP, Telangana, Tamil Nadu. And in terms of value, also Maharashtra, Karnataka, UP, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. The sequence is same. You have to remember this sequence. Okay, Maharashtra, Karnataka, UP, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. MKUT, MKU double T. Please remember this sequence. Okay. And which bank is the biggest remitter? SBI. All right. And the beneficiary is Yes Bank. Got it? Chalo. So these type of questions, these types of news are 5-star news. So please remember this thing. Volume means number of transactions. For example, I am sending some money, you are also sending money, a third person is also sending money. So there are three, right? So number of transactions is volume, and value means how much money we are sending. For example, I am sending 100, you are sending 1000, the third person is sending 2000. So in total 2000 plus 1000 plus 100. Okay, that means value. Is it clear, Satya Bharat? Difference between a transaction in terms of volume and transaction in terms of value. Is it clear? Very good. Chalo. Next is EXIM Bank signs 40 million US dollar credit line deal with Africa's ECOWAS Bank. Okay. So EXIM Bank of India has recently signed a 40 million credit line with which African regional bank? So correct answer is what? Let's see the news in detail. Okay. So from India, it is the EXIM Bank. Okay. And from from Africa, it is EBID, ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development. Right. So just remember this thing: EXIM plus EBID, 40 million, 40 million US dollar. For what purpose? For the development of infra. Okay. And what is ECOWAS? ECOWAS is basically Economy Community of West African States. Okay, so let's say this is Africa. So this is the West Africa. Okay, so some of the countries are part of ECOWAS. ECOWAS is Economic Community for West African States. Okay. And who is the president of EBID? Dr. George. Okay. And who is the CEO of EXIM Bank? Ashok Kumar Bhatia. Right. So just remember this thing: the value, the companies involved. That's it. Next is PNB becomes first public sector bank in India to migrate to .bank.in domain. So recently, in the few months back, RBI has said that every bank and the public sector bank has to change their domain to .bank.in. Okay. So correct answer is Punjab National Bank recently became the first public sector bank to migrate to corporate website to which RBI approved domain .bank.in. Please remember this thing. Okay. Overall, it is the second largest public sector bank. है ना? Just remember this thing, and it has shifted to .bank.in. That is it. All right. Now, what is the purpose to shift to .bank.in? First of all, cyber security. Otherwise, there are many fake websites also. Just search PNB na pnb.co.in, pnb.com. There will be many banks. So many people na they get trapped due to this fake website. So whenever you see, if you want to check this whether this website is authentic or not, just check whether .bank.in is written at the end or not. If it is not, please do not go to that. Please do not open that. Okay. Chalo. Next is SLINEX 2025, Indian Navy and Sri Lankan Navy maritime exercise held in Colombo. So for any defense related exercise, na, just remember name of the countries which are involved, type of exercise, right? Navy, maritime, air force, whatever, and the venue. Three things you have to remember. So the bilateral Navy exercise SLINEX 2025 between India and Sri Lanka was hosted at, correct answer is Colombo. Okay. So countries are Sri Lanka and India. Name of the exercise is SLINEX. Venue was Colombo, and it is a naval exercise. Four things you have to remember. Okay. All right. Also, this is again the part of what? So this is India and this is Sri Lanka. So this is the part of Mahasagar policy of India. It means mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across region. So these are countries of what? The Indian Ocean region. And India want to create a good relation with the countries of the Indian Oceans. Okay. So just remember. So from Indian Navy, INS Jyoti and INS Rana participated. If you want, you can remember it. Otherwise, no need. Next is Indian Navy received the third SVL ship Ikshak from GRCE in Kolkata, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Okay, what is SVL? It is the survey vessel. Okay, survey vessel, large survey vessel. So INS Ikshak is what? It is for survey. Let's see the news in detail. So INS Ikshak, right, built by GRCE Calcutta, right? So please remember this thing. It is a survey vessel large, right? So these are the previous one: INS Sandhyak, Nirdeshak, and third is the Ikshak. Okay, so just remember the name. Got it? Chal. Rest you don't have to remember how many tons or how much is the length. That is not required for your exam. So is there a chance of asking question with values, number, what percent of GA we can expect answer? See, there will be some question in which numbers would be asked. For example, some schemes they can ask about the outlay or the budget of that scheme, you know. So like this, yeah, for like this type of numbers, what is the weight or length of, no, they are not going to ask. Okay, one or two question might be there. So it is for hydrographic survey operations. All right. Next is RBI appoints Indranil Bhattacharya as ex officio member of the Monetary Policy Committee. So who has been appointed as the new ex officio member of the RBI Monetary Policy Committee? So let's see the news. Indranil Bhattacharya. Okay. So it is just a, and he succeeded Mr. Rajiv Ranjan. Right. So please remember. And the present RBI governor is Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. Okay. He is the 25th governor. So three names you have to remember. That's it. Next is Rajasthan Manika Vishwakarma crowned Miss Universe India 2025. So just remember the name. So correct answer is this question has been framed wrong, previous one. Correct answer is Manika Vishwakarma. She is from Rajasthan and she has become the Miss Universe India 2025. And the event was in Jaipur, Rajasthan. So three things. First of the name of the winner, from where she belonged, what title she has won, and what was the venue. That's it. You have to remember. Rest no need to remember. Next, reports and indices. Periodic Labor Force Survey. They have released their quarterly bulletin, and in that the unemployment rate was 5.4%. Okay. So as per the periodic labor force survey monthly bulletin July 2025, India's unemployment rate was how much? Let's see the news. So for April to June quarter, the unemployment rate was 5.4%. For July 2025, it is 5.2%. Labor force participation rate in this quarter was 55%. In this quarter, 54.9%. Okay. Now, how you are going to remember? See, just remember the average. For example, unemployment rate in India is somewhere around 5.5%. The labor force participation rate is somewhere around 55% or 50%. The worker population ratio is around 50%. Like this, you can remember the average. Okay, got it? So, correct answer is 5.2%. Alright, guys. So, guys, this was all about the important current affairs from the previous week. I'll be uploading the PDF. You can download the PDF, memorize it, make your short notes, and try to make the entire class short notes in maximum 2 pages. And if you don't know how to make short notes, let me tell you. Take one A4 sheet, divide into 3 columns and 3 rows, and write 1 or 2 news in every block. Just the keywords. Okay. So every week now, if you do this, an entire 1 month current affairs can be completed in 4 to 5 pages. For the 6 months, you will maximum need 12 to 15 pages. Like this, how you consolidate everything you read for GA. That is the best strategy if you want to do. Okay. So guys, if you have enjoyed the session, if you have understood each and everything, do give me the rating. I am expecting 5 star from all of you. Pawan, Satya Bharat, Ramjan, Shushma, other students, those are watching. All right. So that is compulsory. You have to give that, है ना? Chalo. So if you have any doubt, do let me know over the comment box. All right. I'll see you in the next session, guys. Till then, have a great day and Jai Hind, everyone. Take care.